Welcome yourselves back to the channel again. I'm in a bit of a fantastic mood today because by the title, as you can tell, we've got a bit of a banger of a video coming up. I saw this listing on Facebook Marketplace. This guy in Brighouse, West Yorkshire is getting rid of his 32 wheels free of charge because one has a crack in it. And you know I like a bargain, and this is probably the best bargain of the year so far. So let's go and check them out, see what he's got to say about them, and I'll explain a bit further what I'm going to be doing with them once I've collected them. But for now, let's enjoy the M62 trying to get up Windy Hill. This is the furthest I've also been in my car in quite some time now, so we'll also be able to gauge how that's going. So yeah, come along for the journey, let's have it. I promise you, this is genuinely 20 seconds after I've just stopped recording the last segment. I jinx it every single time. I know it is 5 o'clock in the evening. Oh, Capri! Oh, that was worth it. That was worth it. I'm going to stop complaining. There's a lovely i20N behind us as well. Shame they stopped the production of the i30N and the i20N, actually. They've done a sneaky little Yaris GR there, similar to what Toyota did with that, I suspect. And what they probably will be doing with the Corolla GR. Limited numbers means they will always be worth dough. Let's go. I can't do any more because I'm going to get copyrighted. I really need to sort some music out that's copyright free for this channel because I can genuinely level up edits if I can find some music. I'm going to get onto that and do some research. Okay, that MG's just like pulled out 2 foot behind me. Typical EV driver, doesn't know what they're doing. Eagle-eyed viewers will actually recognise where this is. We're at the bottom of Windy Hill now. We've passed Rochdale. That was just all Rochdale traffic there. Don't know why anybody wants to go there, but hey. All jokes aside, you'll recognise this from the transit video where we went to recover the silver 31 Sport long time ago now. That's ages and ages ago. That's like 18 months ago at least. So yeah, that's where we are now. We've just passed junction 21 there. Come on, matey. And once we get to the other side, we're looking for junction 25 for Dewsbury in Brighouse. So let's have it as we pass over the enormous bridge. That's Hollingworth Lake down there as well. Mega drive out spot. That's another future video as well. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good today. The weather's mint. England are playing tomorrow, and we're just having a good time in general. I feel like I've not had the energy for a while, but here we are, M62 Summit, highest motorway in England, smashed it, 10 minutes from the traffic, not even that. I don't even think it was 10 minutes. I must say it's painful now being back in summer when the weather's good with no aircon for 3rd year on the bounce now because I've still not got round to it. It's not the actual condenser, no sorry, it is the condenser that's knackered because it doesn't kick in whatsoever. But not to worry because there's a little house on the Priory, which means we are never far away from West Yorkshire. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's just round this corner in a moment or so where you see the White Rose of Yorkshire. Oh no, it's a myth. Again, I don't know if I've said this in one of my other videos, that is a myth that they paid him off to stay there. It's not, it's because there's a hill going up like that, obviously, and they built the motorway on 2 separate levels like that. So, sorry if I've just ruined your childhood there. I've just noticed that sign up there, Habibi, come to West Yorkshire! Don't you love to see it? Congestion caution after the junction for the first time in my whole life. And here we are at the Brighouse Dewsbury junction, exit 25. And we want to be taking a first exit here. There we go, nice and easy, straight off. And off we bob down here. We're actually only 1.7 miles from the guy's gaff, so I've lost about half an hour in that traffic before I recorded the video, that is. It took me half an hour to get through my local town, and it's taken me about 20 minutes to get from there to here. It's absolutely unbelievable at rush hour. Anyone that lives in Greater Manchester can probably back me up on that as well. But yeah, is what it is. Should be fine on the way back. And yeah, I'm excited to see these wheels, really. Alrighty then, people, check these bad boys out. I think I've currently got like 3 sets of stock rims, so God knows what I'm going to do with all of them. One's off this, so I'm not going to be getting rid of them because obviously, you know what I'm like, I keep literally every nut and bolt that I change on this car. I'm actually going to go home now just so I miss the traffic, hopefully miss the traffic that is, and we'll have a proper look at them. I'll catch you back in the 0161. Okay, so we're back at base. Let's check out these wheels and we'll assess how bad this crack is in the wheel. I've noticed one of them doesn't have a little valve stem in there, but that's not an issue. may ditch the rest of them, or I might just leave them. I think it's probably best to just leave them, really. With this wheel that's on the top of the pile, that's the cracked wheel. So we'll start off with this one without the stemming. It's got a few little flakes in the corner and stuff like this, and you can tell where it's been curb rashed. Obviously, this is I'd say the least curb rashed wheel. The bad part is over here where it's all chipped up and scuffed up here, but all of this can be fixed, all of this can be sorted. If we flip it over, not in bad condition on the inside. Some of them have got some quite bad corrosion. I think these two have got bad corrosion on the inside, so that's something less to deal with this wheel, so that's good. Going to be a bit of a nightmare prepping, I can't lie, because of stuff like this. I'm going to end up working my fingers literally to the bone to get this sanded down. But yeah, it's really not that bad condition at all. I can tell that previously that these have definitely been refurbed whilst they've had tyres on them, because the paint line, you can obviously tell. Apparently the previous owner, not the guy that I collected these off, the previous owner to that, when he bought the car with these, had hand painted these with a brush. So yeah, maybe a bit of a nightmare to prep, but we'll check out the other two wheels. I'm really not bothered about that one. That's just going to end up going to scrap most likely because it's got a crack in it. But yeah, move on to the other two now. This one's way more battered than the other two, as you can see all the curb rash around it, and you can tell here, if I zoom in on this part specifically, look at the paint flaking and lifting there. Tasty. This tells me that the previous owner was probably right about these wheels being hand painted or painted poorly, whatever, because you can tell, you can flick that off, it's literally lifting. I'm gonna try not to get it stuck in my fingernail, but yeah, you can lift that with literally your fingernails. A few other random marks on it, I'm not even sure what that was, that's just come off with my finger. Yeah, mainly curb rash on this wheel and flaky paint in some awkward areas, like down here. I think this is like plaster or something. It actually looks like plaster dust, all this white stuff. Tiny bit of corrosion here and a little bit over there as well, but that's fine, we can fix that. That just wants a good old sand. Again, not terrible, it's just going to be getting into these corners where there's a bit of flaky paint to try and not get it to react when I come to prime it, because if you leave the flakes on it, it's just uneven. You can blatantly tell that it hasn't been done correctly, and the primer won't even stick to it if there's flaky paint, so this needs a real good old buzz off. And I think that's the worst wheel for the curb rash. Let's check it out. It's that corner, you can literally see it without me having to go over to the wheel. This one's actually got a valve in it, but no little stem on the inside by the looks of it, which is quite interesting because they've all got different situations with that. Yeah, this is some pretty bad curb rash here. There is a couple of chunks missing out, like there. That's, yeah, something's just flaked off it then. No idea what's going on there. What's this? What is this? I don't want to touch it. No, it's filthy. I'm not going to touch that anymore. I think that's genuinely where there's just none of this grey paint over it. There, that tells me very much that someone's done a poor job in the past. You can feel the lumps in that. That surface is so uneven. So this is going to be interesting. It's probably a flat spot, that, to be honest. I can't lie. Look at the difference there from that to that. That is so obvious. I didn't actually notice that before. That's definitely going to want some tender loving care, as well as the rest of the rim, to be honest. This thing's seen some high-speed curbing by the looks of it. It really has. And if I turn it over, this wheel's pretty much the same as the other wheel. Lot of corrosion on the inside, so all that wants scraping off and sorting out as well. But it will be done. It's doable, and it's not the end of the world, really. No corrosion around the centre on this one, and no real corrosion anywhere else. It's just annoying stuff like that, where it's just flaked off in the corner. Again, that's going to be a job where I work my fingers to the bone, so... Oh, God, I've noticed more down there as well, and there. Oh no, not good. Not ideal, not ideal. So my thoughts as a whole, for only having to go and collect them and spend the fuel money to go and collect them, I think these are a steal. They're still a steal. And despite this one having a crack, that doesn't matter. All it's cost me is literally less than £20 in fuel. You really cannot deny that that is a good deal. I've just come down and I've got brake dust all over my hand now as well. But I'll just show you, because I'm sure you're already interested in this part, where the crack is on this wheel. There you go. I'm not actually sure if this can be repaired. If there's an alloy wheel specialist in here, then do let me know. I'm probably not going to do anything with it. It's just for the better of my curiosity, really. I'd like to know if that is a total scrap wheel or not. And it's a shame because it's got way less curb rash than a couple of these and less corrosion on it as well. But it is what it is. These things happen, don't they?
So now you'll probably be thinking, what am I going to do with these? So the idea I've had with these is keeping this one, the cracked one there, as a scrap wheel, just in case anything needs to go off. As for the other three, my challenge is, along with the other bodywork that I've been doing in the previous few episodes, I'm going to throw this into the bodywork. I know it's not body, but it's kind of the same thing, painting. The 3 good wheels will be sold individually, refurbished, as singles, as just spare wheels, and I'm going to see how much I can get back out of them and see if it was worth my time going getting them. I think that's probably the best thing to do with these. I don't even know how I'm going to get into all the nooks and crannies again, because I don't want to do it by hand this time. I've done another set, and this is in primer, by the way. It's not actually painted. I'm currently doing a set before I tackle these, so I'm not working to my fingers to the bone, because it genuinely takes over 3 hours to prep one wheel by hand with sandpaper, just wrapping it around your finger and getting all in the corners. It hurts. It actually hurts your fingertips. You can feel them disintegrating when you do it. So yeah, maybe some equipment upgrades before I tackle these. I don't know. And if all goes well, this is what the end result should look like. The other set of wheels that I've mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, this is the first wheel out of that set that I've painted. Back to silver, back to original. The centre caps have already been completed, but honestly, if I can get anywhere near this result with them wheels, I will be absolutely over the moon. And by the way, these wheels in particular, this set, were just rattle-canned matte black before, and it was a poor job. It was flaking all over the place. And for it to have come out like this, not too many hours worth of work later, wow, I'm genuinely actually quite impressed. I've not even used mega expensive paint either. You know, it just goes to show, bit of effort, good bit of prep, look at the results you can get. It is worth spending time doing these painting and bodywork jobs, because there's no point being a half job Bob. You might as well do it right the first time, measure twice, cut once. I'm sure you get the picture. And let me know as well in the comments if you think this is the best idea for these wheels, and especially the cracked one. I'm more interested in what people have got to say about the cracked one. As I said, let me know if it can be repaired or if it's completely toasted. I'm probably going to assume for now, before the video goes live as I'm recording this, that it's completely toasted. But any experts, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And yeah, I'll call it there, waffling over. Thanks very much for watching. If you're interested in seeing more bodywork and painting stuff like this, and Swift videos as well, then stick around, because we've got loads of drive outs coming in the next couple of weeks. I've got a few things organised, and we've got a club stand on the 30th of June at No Man Left Behind Car Club in Preston. I've put some information about it on the screen because I can't remember it off the top of my head because I've got that much going on. But yeah, come check it out. If you're in the Northwest, let us know in the Northern Swifts Instagram or Facebook. Let anybody know and show your face. It's a mint day out. I'm looking forward to it because it's our first club stand as Northern Swifts. So yeah, if you're interested in that, come along. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.